What's up, guys? I don't know about where you're at, but where I'm at, it's raining cats and dogs. My neighbors actually have a couple dogs. Their names are Rolex and Timex. They're watchdogs. Hey guys, what's going on? I want to get on here and make a video. I got inspired to make this video the other day. If you watch Jimmy on Primer at His Best YouTube channel, he was talking about following your passion. And you know, he loves cars and trucks, and you can see on his YouTube channel it's a lot of cars and trucks, and I think that's pretty awesome that he's been able to do that. I've always loved cars and trucks myself. Actually, when I was in high school, you know, we lowered our buddies' trucks and just put roll pans, customized them. We did all that fun stuff. But in my senior yearbook, it asked what we wanted to do for an occupation, and mine was I wanted to have my own business, and I wanted to call it John Boy's Customs. My dream was to build this amazing, they call them OBS trucks now, but build this amazing truck, paint it, everything be perfect on it, and cruise it through town, and everybody wonder whose truck that was, and that's how my business was going to blow up. That was my dream. That was my inspiration. But I always knew that I wanted my own business. So in a way, my passion has always been being an entrepreneur and having my own business. As you know, we have the lawn service, and we have a pressure washing business, and you know, those do fairly well. I'm not going to get rich at either one of them, but you know, they do fairly well, and I've been really satisfied with them. I always want more washing jobs than I have, but you know, I know that'll always come in due time. We have great customers. We've been in business for 8 years now. But in Jimmy's video the other day, he's talking about if he had it to go back again, that he would have started a junkyard. And so I started my junkyard, I guess you could say, about 6 months ago. I found something that I've always been, I don't really want to use the word passionate about, but I found something that I've always been interested in, wanted to get in. Even as a kid growing up, on Saturday mornings, you know, I loved cartoons, but I couldn't wait for them to go off so I could watch this guy come on and talk about buying houses with no money down, and I think Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous came on, and you know, stuff like that. So I've always, and then like my favorite shows were always like a Flip My House or something like that. I've always seen these people and I go, man, I know I could do that. So about 6 months ago, I started my junkyard, I could say. You know, I feel like something that's always been in the back of my mind, no matter if I was mowing, washing. I mean, I just always wanted to get into things. You know, I see something and I may be successful at it, and then I really want to look at something else and go farther into something, do something different. And so I mean, I really have. I say some jokes on here about reading, but I really have been reading, and I mean, I've enjoyed it. And trust me, I'm not a reader. I could care less about reading before. But, you know, I've read a couple books now, and I may even review them on the channel just for the regular guy, you know, that wants to learn stuff. But the thing is, Jimmy was talking about following your passion. And I know life happens, but you still got to follow your passion, or you'll be miserable your whole life, or you'll always look back and go, you know, what if I'd have done this, and what if I'd have done that? And, you know, I don't want to do that. So what I got going on, I may end up failing. I may not do what I want to with it, but I'm at least going to try. And that's a big thing for me, is I don't care to study and research and get all the knowledge, but then you got to get over that fear and actually get out and do the work. And when I started my lawn business, the big thing for me was putting myself out, because I'm kind of a keep myself close guy. I keep things to myself, and I had to kind of put myself out there for business, because I wasn't just selling yard cutting, I was selling me. And a lot of times in business, I know people buy you instead of just buying the service, because they could get the service anywhere. So Jimmy was talking about following your passion. I'm talking about getting over fear. And don't think that things are going to come easy sometimes. There was a guy that come on Saturday mornings, and he would talk about buying properties and real estate. And I absolutely loved this. Every Saturday I looked forward to that commercial, and it was the same commercial, same infomercial every Saturday, but I looked forward to it. So when I turned 18, I ordered this course that he had, and it was, I don't know, $200 or $300. And I got it thinking it was going to be simple, and maybe it might have been simple now, but when I was reading it then, it might as well have been in a different language. I ordered the course, I look at it, and I don't really make any sense of it at all. And I was just like, okay, well, maybe this isn't for me. If it isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, then so be it. I used to get real estate books, and I'd look at them, and I'd look at the houses, compare houses, what's this price, what's that price. So Jimmy talked about he wishes he would have started his junkyard in his video. And I really found, I think, what's going to be my stepping stone into where I want my future and my family's future to go. And I'm excited about that. Yeah, this isn't a pressure washing video or a landscape video, lawn and landscape or anything like that. It's just me talking about, passion, basically. Not accepting the things that may be around you. I've been reading some books, and I'm telling you, they have some good stuff in them. But I'm going to link Jimmy's video in this, because as I was watching this, it was pretty inspiring. Because when you have a passion for something, you want that to happen. You want to do it. You want to be involved in it. When I was a teenager, I had a passion for lowered trucks and big wheels and shiny paint jobs and billet aluminum and tweed and just all this stuff. I had a passion for that. That's all me and my buddies talked about. That's all we thought about. And then as life goes on and you don't really do that as far as the business goes, I went and worked in a plant for 18 years, and it was kind of like, well, I'm here, I'm on day shift, and each time I was a great employee, don't get me wrong. I've always had a business mind, but I was a great employee. And I went in, did everything I was supposed to, most of the time above and beyond what I was supposed to, because I wanted to be successful no matter what I was doing. But I got caught in the trap in my 20s and early 30s. Is when I went to that plant to work, the big thing everybody wanted to do was go to day shift. Well, then within, and it was taking people 10 years to go to day shift. Well, we expanded some. I was able to go to day shift in like 2.5 years. And that was pretty awesome, on the job that I wanted. And so then if I wanted to move up in that company, the only thing I could have done is went to a different shift, second or thirds. And at the time, I really didn't want to do that. I always wanted to be a boss or a manager of some sort, but I didn't want to go to a different shift and have to be on that shift for year after year after year. So I just stayed where I was at. I ran a CNC tube bender, and like I said, I was successful at that. I did a good job with it, but I always knew there was more. I always wanted more. I'd see these guys out mowing, and I would be like, man, I want to be out there mowing. I don't want to be in these walls. And so that's when I started that business. And then I realized pressure washing was really fun. I loved doing that. So then I started doing that more and more. And I feel like all that has kind of led up to where I'm at now with wanting to go in and do what I'm doing next. I'm excited for it. I think anytime that you have a passion and you can chase it, I think there's a TikTok sound, and I was listening to it, and it said, how old were you when you give up on your dreams? And, as a kid, you have the whole world ahead of you. And then one or two things happen, and it's like it's easier to quit and just be level line and go to work, put your time in, make whatever you make. Don't try to achieve any more than that. And if that's what your desire is, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people aren't business minded. Some people don't like, even like that. They like the security of a job that somebody else takes care of. And, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. People work for companies for 30 and 40 and 50 years. There's nothing wrong with that. But in my mind, I've just always had a business mind, an entrepreneurial mind, to where I wanted to, have my own stuff, have my own business, make my own decisions. And so I started the lawn care business 8 years ago. And the big thing is fear and overcoming stuff. And I've told people before, they've asked me about, what should I do to get started in lawn cutting? And I'm like, get your stuff and just go do it, and that's easy for me to say because I've been doing it. Well, with this real estate thing, people say, just go do it, just go do it, just go do it. And it's easy for them to say because they're doing it. So, it's pretty warm out here today, and I'm in the shade. But I just wanted to hop on here, let you guys know, if you got a passion, go for it. Don't give up on it because you got a kid or a wife. I mean, I'm not saying take a or a husband. I'm not saying take away from your family, but having a hobby or having or wanting a career. Michael Jordan was passionate about basketball and became the best. And there's so many other things in this world that when people are successful, whether it be a musician, a business owner, anything like that, when people are successful with stuff, it's because they have a passion for it, and like it really took off for them. So don't give up on your dreams. I know this kind of sounds cliche, but don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on a passion you may have, because if you're passionate about it and you put time in to study it and get the basics of it, all you got to do next is act. Forget the fear and just act. What I'm stepping into is something totally different. I don't really have anybody to confide in because, I don't know anybody in that realm of business. And I'm sure the more I do, the more my network will change with that. But, and it's scary. It's scary not being comfortable with stuff, doing things that I'm not comfortable with, or using terminology I'm not comfortable with because I'm not used to it. But I know that in time, the more I do, the more it'll be natural. So I just say that if you got a passion, go for it. And I know I keep repeating that, but yeah, I started my lawn business. The first year I was in business, I didn't even have a truck. Okay, I had a trailer and I had a mower, but I didn't even have a truck. And so that was a pretty rough year. The next year I had a truck, a trailer, and then, things progressed, and then I quit my job going into the third year. Then we did property preservation along with lawn service, and that's a whole nother video. But I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know. And of course, I'm still going to be washing houses. I'm still going to be mowing. I'm still going to be putting out wash videos. But just letting you guys know, I started my junkyard. And if you don't know what that means, I'm going to link Jimmy's video down below, and want you guys to go check it out. But I thought it was pretty inspirational. And so that's my time for the day, and we'll see y'all the rest of the week.